Hello and welcome to Chaos Draft. So I believe this is proper Chaos Draft, so we're drafting across every single card in Magic's history, or every single format, so you can get the bad formats and the good ones. So this is a 4-mana 4/4 Vigilance, and you can move around counters. That seems pretty nice. It's also quite colorless. Teamer Sabretooth, however, is absurd. It does put you into green. This can make each player draw cards, so it's a good win condition. Then we have... Sandblast is good, even though the art isn't loading. Bloodfell Caves, Cunning Strike. I really do like the Sabretooth as an enabler, and I like the 4-mana 4/4. I think this card is too good of an enabler, though, so we're just going to take it. Alright, pack 2. Ugin's Nexus. If a player would begin an extra turn, that player skips that turn instead. And if you get it to your graveyard, you take an extra turn. That seems fine, but not amazing. So the reason I took the Sabretooth when I say it's an enabler is there are a lot of creatures with enter the battlefield effects, and this lets you recur those, but it also just protects your entire team from removal, because if they target your Sabretooth, you can bounce something else. If they target something else, you can bounce that creature and just nothing dies. It's so oppressive. Anyway, I like Snowhorn Rider. If I was going with counters, that would be good, the Nightblade. Soulfly Charm is very hard to cast. I don't like things like Despise in draft. Barrage of Boulders deals 1 damage to each creature you don't control, so that's something. The problem with Snowhorn Rider is it's hard to morph up, and this is Chaos Draft, so you don't really want to be too many colors. I think I might take the Sagu Archer, actually. That's a lot easier to morph up, and a 2/5 reach helps kind of solidify or make one of Green's weaknesses not as bad, which is they have a problem dealing with flyers. So a 2/5 reach blocks almost all flyers from history. And you know, it's a morph, so you can also just play it as a 3-mana 2/2, which embarrassingly enough is acceptable sometimes in Chaos Draft. This card's insane, right? Whenever it attacks, red creatures get +2/+0 and white creatures get +0/+2. So this attacks as a 5/5. Pretty nice. I don't think I'm in the colors. Cleansing Beam is absurd. 5 mana, 2 damage to each creature that shares a color with it. So if your opponent is like mono white or something and you're green, you can just kill their whole board. Drooling Garudian is also insane, but it requires going black. And then let's see what else. Vidalcan Dismisser is very good too. Just putting something on top. Actually, I want to take the Vidalcan Dismisser because with Teamer Sabretooth, we can actually just go infinite, right? We can bounce it, put a thing on top. Yeah, that seems great. So I like Cleansing Beam, but the possibility of just infinitely recurring your opponent's creatures on top of their deck seems really fun to me. And then if they don't play creatures, that's fine, we can just attack them. So Devoid is a bit awkward. There's no way really to get wastes easily. So these cards, you know, this is like a 7-mana 6/8 with no ability effectively. Comparative Analysis is card draw. Science Summoner I actually do like. So this is a 3-mana 2/2. And it gives you a 1/1. So it's a good amount of power for 3 mana, and it's some amount of accelerant. 6 mana 5/5 is pretty big. This card's activated ability is so good. I probably should be green-white, but I want to be... Yeah, we can recur this with the Sabretooth too. Yeah, let's take the Science Summoner. What on earth is this? Artifact Fortification. The land is indestructible, and whenever the land becomes tapped, target creature gets +1/+1. So you can attach this to a land. Okay, so it's like an equipment for a land. That makes sense. That's kind of cool. This can make your creature spells much cheaper. This is just a 3-mana 2/2. I don't have any other blue cards looking at me. Keldon Megaliths is really good. I might be interested in taking that. Just being able to do damage to any target when you have no cards in hand, especially in Chaos Draft where, you know, things get... players go down to like no cards in hand routinely is important, but I think I'm going to take the Omen Reader. I feel like the draft timer is much shorter than it used to be. I don't have like any time to talk about my picks, but maybe I'm going crazy. Yeah, I'm just going to take this to be safe, and if you attack with it, then you can play a bunch of creatures afterwards. Seems kind of nice. Here, there's not a whole lot for us. Roving Keep is a 7-mana 5/7 that can become a 7/7 Trampler. I do like that. It does also keep us open. Black seems to be like moderately open, but we just get like Baron Witches, which is not that great in like a historical format where there aren't too many knights. It was good in this set where most creatures were knights, but in general I don't love it. I'm between Roving Keep and Silver Flame Squire. I think this is a better card and somewhat indicative of white being open. But I do like Roving Keep as well. Alright, so Bloodfire, if you sacrifice a permanent, it gets bigger. This says creatures without power, with power less than it can't block it. And you make a 3/2 colorless Eldrazi Horror for 6 mana. I kind of like that, actually. So it's a 3 mana 3/1 that will always trade up. And then it can become a 3/5 that makes other creatures. I'm on board with that. There are some good combat tricks here, but green seems to be open, so we're going to keep on that trend until we feel like we need to take something else. Sulfur Falls doesn't help too much. Gift of Growth gives you an untap effect, which is fine, actually. I do like that. I don't like Tolarian Scholar. The wall is a 4 mana 0/6. We're already going to have big creatures, so I don't really need that. I'll take the Gift of Growth. If I don't end up being white, then I can play it as like a replacement Silverflame Squire. Interesting. There's a lot of cards that I did not expect to wheel. So probably not going to be able to trigger Bloodfire Enforcers. Mardu Scout's okay. I guess I'll take the Teamer Rudemark in case I end up blue-green, but I'm probably not going to play any of these cards. Oh wait, this is white or red. I'm not going to be blue-red. So I'll take the Teamer Rudemark and then go from there. Here we can take... Glacial Stalker is actually pretty huge, but Blossoming Sands will help with white. I feel like this has got to be a sign though. It's a 4/5 that's really big. And I do want to play blue for Vidalcan Dismisser. Oh, this is tough. I'm not sure which one to take between Sands and Stalker. I'm going to take the Blossoming Sands. Just play it a bit safe. Leave no trace. Cleansing Beam came around? Okay, people don't know what they're doing. Gaze of the Gorgon is also insane. So it regenerates a creature. And then... oh, I thought they all had to block. Never mind. I guess I'll pick up a Cleansing Beam because it's just absurd. And if red is open, that would be really nice. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature with power 2 or less. So if white is open, that's good. This is a 3 mana 2/3 and it has haste if you control a colorless creature. That's okay. I think Searing Light is better. And I do have white fixing, so I'm more likely to want to be white. But it looks like white and red are both open. So this card's weird in that the echo cost is black, but it is red. I guess I'll just take Gift of Granite. The card is really good, but I just don't have the black meta to make it work. Here we can take Gingerbread Cabin. If I end up like essentially mono green, I can play this card just as like some extra food value. What is this? Rise the Exiled. 3 mana 3/2. When it attacks, you gain 1 life for each elf you control. And I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any elves, so that card's okay. A lot of the sets, I don't know what this is, like Morningtide maybe? The ones based on like creature synergies are not as good for Chaos Draft because like, imagine if you have a bunch of elves, this card's okay. But if you don't have elves, it's not really where you want to be. Let's look at the colorless card. Equip creature has 2 tap, deals 1 damage to any target, and whenever a creature dies, untap this creature. That seems actually very strong. I think I'm just gonna take that. Being able to ping anything and then if stuff dies, like you can just keep killing 1/1s seems really good in Chaos Draft. It also gives green a bit of reach. Like if they set up a huge board you can't attack into, you can just ping down their creatures, which I like. It's really frustrating that a lot of these arts are not loading. Core Dirge. All damage that will be dealt this turn to target creature you control by a source of your choice is dealt to another target creature instead. That's very good actually. So you can just like block and kill a creature. There's Mana Tithe, which I do like. Less in this format. Evolution Charm gets back creatures, gives creatures flying, and gives you lands. So it's just a good role player. Anything with Suspend is worth looking at. Suspend 3. Oh, that's cool. So if this comes down from Suspend, you get essentially a copy of it. And it is a rebel, so I could get like Bladespeaker back. Otherwise, there's Reality Acid is fine. Primal Plasma, 3/3 creature, 2/2 flying, or 1/6 defender. I think I'm going to take the Riftmark Knight and try and wheel this Evolution Charm. This card just seems to have the highest upside for me. It's pretty hard to figure out what is open because I'm just getting past a lot of ridiculous cards. Like, well, I guess this is only pick 2, but change the target of text of target permanent by replacing all instances of one color word with another. Probably not going to be doing that. Species Gorger is huge, and that also goes well with Vidalcan Dismisser. So that's an option, but Vidalcan Dismisser is like my only blue card, and I guess I'm not really playing this. I don't know how to put cards into my sideboard. Sideboard? Oh gosh, this interface is so terrible. Please, if you want to see videos on the normal interface, just tweet at Wizards. I guess I'll take Steeple Rock because it is just good. But yeah, I really would like to go back to the original interface. Like I can't even change the size of these cards. I can only change the size of all of my cards. So I can't have big draft and let you see the whole deck at the same time and things like that. Anyway, yeah, I'm taking the flyer there just because it's 3/1 first strike gets through a lot of things. A lot of red cards. Lava Dart is probably the best one. Arcane Teachings is actually okay. So it pumps them and gives them the ability to tap and deal damage. Beginning of combat on each opponent's turn, they may exile cards from their graveyard, and if they don't, they can't attack. So if they can't fill up their graveyard, they just can't attack. I did not know this card existed, and it's kind of funny. Giant Warthog is pretty interesting. I wish I could look at my curve better. I guess we'll just see what happens if I do this. Because it's just a big chunker. And ooh, I do like that as well. This can become a 3-mana 7/7. Maybe I'll take that and then try and wheel a Giant Warthog. We'll do that. In the late game, this card's so good. In the early game, it's okay. Oh, Ghost Warden. Yes. Effects like this are so strong. The ability to just like pump anything, because Chaos Draft is very centered around combat math and combat damage. So anything that complicates that, like this, is so good. Because let's say you attack with a 2/2 and they have a 3/3 in play. Do they want to trade for your 2/2? Like, it makes all of your creatures trade up. You don't even have to activate the ability. So then you can like attack with a 2/2, they don't block, and then you have a 2/2 on defense, and then they don't want to attack because then you can pump that if you don't like use this ability. So I think I'm going to take that. I need to read this. As long as it's enchanted and it's flying, not super interested in that. Goblin Flectomancer is one of my favorite like arts and names. It's just a cool card. And we're not going to have auras for Gatherer of Graces. So we're just going to take Ghost Warden and be very happy about it. That whole set was based around enchantments. Well, not based around, but a lot of it revolved around enchantments. I like even Cloud Chaser. I got to read what this is. You may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So it's like a weird sneak attack. Probably not going to be taking that. There's a 1-mana 1/2. This gives you pseudo lifelink, trample, get basic lands. All right, we're just going to take the flyer. Green-white flyers is not a thing I've drafted much, but it seems to be what we're doing. Flying protection from enchantments. Each player loses X life. Ocular Halo is really good. It's just a 4-mana enchantment, which sounds bad, like the ability to give a creature tap, draw a card. But if they can't kill it, you just win because you're drawing 2 cards every single turn. So it is a bit high risk, but you can wait until you're in a position where, you know, you are pretty sure all the removal is used up, or you can put it on something like a Team or Sabretooth and just go to town. I'm missing out on a 1/1 Graft or a 3-mana 1/4 Defender because, again, I'm likely not playing blue, but if there even is a slight chance that I'm going to play blue, this card's worth splashing, I think. There's some graveyard hate. An Unsummon. I do like Unsummon. Godpharaoh's Faithful is only blue, black, or red, so probably not going to get there. And this does not trade at positive value. Like, you don't draw a card for doing it. So I think I'm just going to take Unsummon. It has the highest upside. First Strike, Reinforce. All these cards are pretty bad. I guess Rise the Exiled is a 3-mana 3/2 that gains 1 life when it attacks. Deals damage equal to the number of permanents you control. Chosen type. Oh, this is rough. I guess I'll take this. 1-mana 1/1 first strike with the ability to pump something is like not the worst. Okay, so we didn't wield the evolution charm. There's Megas of the Bazaar, which is okay. I like the art on this, but I think, I mean, Reality Acid, I don't have any way to combo with it, but it's just a really slow kill spell. I'll just take it in case I do find a way to combo with it. There's a Murmuring Phantasm. It's an 0/5 defender. It's pretty big. Ear Splitting Rats. Each player discards a card. Not going to do that. Arcane Teachings. I don't think I'm playing red despite Cleansing Beam being there. So I'm just going to take Web of Inertia. There's like a small chance I can get someone with this. Here we can take 10th Street Hooligan. Doesn't really matter. Primal Frenzy gives Trample. I'm not playing. I guess there could be a world where I want this. Vision's Gains is okay. Probably not playing that either. So, you know, I thought I was green this whole time, but I'm supposed to be blue-white, I think. Yeah, I'm still getting used to the new interface because at least I feel like I can't see my deck when I'm drafting because I'm used to having it up here and all the cards smaller so I can look at my curve more reasonably, but I don't want to block the cards for you guys. So I don't know, it felt like green was open pack 1 and then pack 2. Let's think about what white cards I got late though. Not too much. So I think just blue, but not even I don't even think blue is that open. I think we're just getting some interesting signals. But let's see, at this point, Bark Tripper, I kind of regret taking that because it's double green. I don't really want to play the Rune Mark if I don't have to. And the rest of these are quite playable. So I want to try and avoid double green if I can. So this is a beast, and Provoke is really strong. It means you can just like force them to block. This, ooh, that's a really good card. When this is turn face up, you get first strike. So it's a combat trick. It's also a 2/1 flyer. Yeah, I like that. Void Mage Apprentice counters spells, but it is double blue. Flash Sliver is good. This pumps creatures when it's turn faced up. I like that. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take the Wingbeat Warrior and kind of commit to white, because a lot of my white cards are very good. Like, they're just flyers, and flyers are so strong in this. Trepanation Blade I remember being good. I also remember Geist Catcher's Rig being very strong, and Orchard Spirit too. But let's read this card. 3 mana, equip 2, and when it attacks, they reveal cards until they hit a land card, and the creature gets pumped for each card revealed this way. So the downside in Innistrad, is that what this was? I can't remember. The downside of this format was there's a lot of graveyard synergies, so you could fuel their graveyard things like flashback cards. But in this format, there aren't that many downsides. I'm not sure if that's what I'm supposed to take over just like a Geist Catcher's Rig. This is a 6 mana 4/5 that kills a flyer. It's colorless. I think I'm just going to take this. I do like the blade, I think, and maybe this card is absurd, but I'm going to take the card I know is insane, which is Geist Catcher's Rig. Ooh, Champion of Fairy. So you need a fairy for this to work. Probably not going to get there. I don't have too many changelings, but if it works, you tap all lands that it control, and it has flash. It's also a 4/4 flyer, so it's huge if you can make it work. And we could go essentially infinite with Temur Sabertooth, because you can keep bouncing it and just keep getting that ability. Return a card from your graveyard to your hand. Clash with the opponent. If you win, untap all forests. That's kind of medium. Woodland Changeling's okay. Springleaf Drum is okay. I do like Kithkin Healer, actually. I like this type of effect a lot. I'm just deciding if it's better than taking a Changeling Titan. Because you champion a creature, probably not playing this, or Reality Acid. I think I'm going to take the healer. This cements us more heavily in white, which seems okay, and the ability is just so strong. This, in combination with Silverflame Squire or Ghost Warden, means my creatures get bigger and they need to take less or more damage to die. So both of those is really nice. This is a pretty nice card. It's a 2/4 Vigilance that can become a 5/7 Vigilance. That's really strong. I like that a lot. This gives creatures +1/+1 indestructible. That effect is really good too, because you know, you like have an Alpha Strike, your whole team's indestructible, or you can make really aggressive blocks. And I have, I guess, 2, maybe 3 combat tricks. Probably not playing Unsummon or Murmuring Phantasm. I'm not sure what I want. I have 15 creatures. I think I'm going to take more creatures here. Put 2 artifacts on top. Not going to be doing that. So this is a 2 mana 1/1, and then when it dies, you can put a counter on an artifact. Not really going there. I guess a 4 mana 3/1 protection from artifacts is okay. This pack's so bad. There's a 6 mana 3/2 haste. I'm not gonna have any mountains in play. Sure, I'll take the protection from artifacts. I could see some matchups that being good. Ooh, Blizzard Strix. Wow, this pack's insane. We went from terrible to so good. This is a 5 mana 3/2. I don't have any snow permanents, but it's a 5 mana 3/2 flash flying. I think I like Treetop Ambusher though. That helps with our aggression, and I'm not gonna be playing Nimble Mongoose. I don't have enough enter the battlefield effects for Ephemerate, and I need more 2-drop creatures. Oh boy. What am I taking here? I don't really have any artifact creatures. Tap target creature or planeswalker. So it's like I mean, it's like find remove. I only get 2 energy. I don't think I want Gear per Orrery. We can play extra lands, and we can draw cards if our hand is empty. I'll take Deadlock Trap. I could see a world where I want it. Ooh. Alright. I think I'm gonna take Guardian of the Gateless. This is a 5 mana 3/3 flying, can block any number of creatures, and when it blocks, it gets bigger for each one. That's insane. I like that a lot. Otherwise, Skyblinder Staff +1/+1 can't be blocked by creatures with flying. So if you put that on a flyer, they just have unblockable. But this card's so good. Like, it's good on offense and defense. It really does everything you would want. This is a pretty good effect. It's a 3 mana 2/2 that can then pump a creature. Don't really care about the slivers. Sure, I'll take Patron of the Wild. Spectral Flight going that late, huh? I don't want to play against that. Sure, because I don't have that much removal. So, okay, now I can start building my deck. I have 27 cards. Oh, I could just double click to my sideboard. That's nice. I don't want a 4 mana regrowth. This is the 3 mana 2/2, which I have enough of. Sure, I'll take the Changeling. I'm not gonna play it though. So I'm debating playing blue, put a +1/+1 counter on creatures. Now that's something I'm interested in. That actually seems really good. I like that effect a lot because now I just pump my whole team. This kills a bunch of artifacts. I guess I'll take the Unforged because equipment is more likely to come around. Take the Cyclops. All right, so we finished our deck, or our draft at least. They go back to the default. Oh gosh, it's so frustrating because now I can do this, and this is all I wanted to do, is be able to like have the draft be big and then have my deck be small in a way that I can like look at reasonably. Of course, that's too complicated. Anyway, we're gonna build our deck now. What do we want to do? So I have 26. I want to go to at least 17 land, and I could very easily just cut blue, which is probably what I want. I think, again, Temur Sabertooth, even without all of the Vidalcan Dismisser combos, is just a great card. And I do have some synergies with it, like even Cloud Chaser or Geist Catcher's Rig. I can kill all of their flyers. I can recur the morphs and things. So I actually like this deck a lot. I want to cut one card. It's probably a Mosquito Guard. 2 mana to put a counter on a creature is fine, but I have better combat tricks. And I think Patron of the Wild is better because it's more easily abusable with Temur Sabertooth. Even though like +3/+3 and +1/+1 counter are not exactly the same. This is effectively a 3 mana 2/2 that becomes a 1/1 and pumps a creature. So I like that. So I think I'm gonna run it like this. Happy I got the Blossoming Sands. I don't think I'm gonna main deck Gingerbread Cabin because having lands enter tapped is not the best situation, but if I play against any remotely aggressive deck, then I will bring in the Gingerbread Cabin. 8/8 seems quite reasonable. So we're just kind of green-white beats. Is there anything better? I guess this is... I think I took this card too highly. I think because Threshold is a bit hard to accomplish. I'm just going to keep protection from artifacts. There are some times where that comes up. I think artifacts are historically very good in Chaos Draft, so being able to block them seems nice. Yeah, we'll see how this deck does. See you guys round 1. Actually, I don't think I'm going to play Deadlock Trap, at least in the main deck. We're just going to run the Bark Ripper, because it's a frog beast, it looks cool, and it has a high upside. If I see a deck where I like really want to stop them from having some key attacks, maybe I'll bring this in, but the fact that you can only activate it twice and it enters tapped is rough. It would be better if I had other ways to get energy, because then you can keep tapping things down, but as it stands, I don't think it's good enough. And if we play against an opponent we see it doesn't have much removal, I might just splash Ocular Halo because it's just that strong. But we'll get there when we get there. See you guys round 1. Alright, we're on the play against Damien. This deck really enjoys being on the play because, well, we get hands like this. I think I will keep this. It's not amazing, but being down resources is not the best place to be. And if we just draw a white source, this hand actually can just go off because Treetop Ambusher attacks as a 3/2, and then with Ghost Warden to become a 4/3. Like that's a lot of stuff. Opponent says thanks you 2. And we're on the play, and we have a lot of 4-drops, and our opponent mulligan to 5. So like we just want to be able to hit our lands, play our spells. And if we draw white source, flooding isn't even that scary. Okay, Forest is objectively the worst possible draw in our deck. I'm just going to cast this without dashing because I want to be able to play other spells next turn. Alright, white. Okay, I mean that gives us something to do with all of our mana at least. I'm going to attack for 3. I could, Nature's, what is this? Panoply? Interesting. I could do that to put a counter and hit for 4, but I think I would rather wait so that I can pump up my Ghost Warden or things like that. Enters the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. Okay, 3 mana 2/2 flyer is pretty good. I will probably just use Nature's Panoply to kill that, although I do have Ghost Warden. Yeah, let's attack, see if they trade. Because now I'm okay trading this, because, yeah, I think that's fine. Attack, it's a 3/2. They probably don't want to block, but if they do, that's also fine. I'm mostly attacking because I think it's likely they do not block, in which case I get to save the Nature's Panoply. And maybe use it next turn to like pump both my guys or something like that. And then Geist Catcher's Rig can deal with the Bloodied Ghost, which looks kind of cool. What is this? Whenever this deals damage to a player, exile 2 cards from our graveyard. Okay. I'll take 2. Is there a ninjutsu I'm not aware of? Okay. Sagu Archer. I like that a lot. So let's go Forest. I guess I just attack with Treetop Ambusher. Because they can't really block because I can just pump my guy. Alright, we attack. And then next turn, this gets bigger. Next turn I can, or this turn I can play Segu Archer. Next turn I can play Geist Catcher's Rig and kill their ghoul. And here's the exact situation I'm talking about. Ghost Warden making a 2-1, which would normally trade for my creature. Interesting blocks. Yeah, it just makes that an impossible block. And I think I'm still just going to pump. Just get a little bit extra damage. If they have like a Disfigure or Dismember, I guess Dismember kills it, but Disfigure I can put a counter on it so it doesn't die. Alright, opponent takes damage, we play a big dude. Go. And this is exactly the situation of the 2/5 reach that I mentioned. It's so big that they can't attack into it. And it has reach which like shores up one of our weaknesses. It's just so good. And if this is a kill spell on the Segu Archer, that's still not that bad. Yeah. Still not that bad because now they just have a 1/1 so their blocks aren't even good. And now I get to go Geist Catcher's Rig. And the next turn I can Nature's Panoply with Double Stride. And that just really limits like most options that they have. So I kill that, say yes. Just attack for 2. They did mold a 5 and this was like their deck actually looks pretty good. They have a good chunk of removal and things. But they're in trouble. Okay, that's pretty good. They make some knights, but their blocks are gonna look really awkward. Ooh, and then I get to monstrous. Yes. So yeah, let's just attack with Treetop and Geist Catcher's Rig. So that is lethal, so they are forced to block. I'm going to pump up. So this is going to, it has 5 toughness, so if they triple block it, they can kill it. But I think that's okay. We're gonna pump this up. I could have attacked with Ghost Warden, but that seemed not worthwhile. Okay, so I can get this, oh, I could just kill them. Pump this, and then do this for all the mana. Okay, so they are a removal heavy deck, so definitely not bringing in Ocular Halo. I think effectively my main deck is fine, so we'll just run it back. Thornbite Staff, I wanna get going with that. All right, game 2. Oh, this hand is absolutely perfect. Holy cow. So we got the nice, I mean, we have so many combos here. We need another white source to make this look good, but this has protection from black, which is like half of their deck. Oh my gosh, this hand is so good. We have the Shrill Howler plus Wingbeat Warrior combo. So this is a 3/1, and they have to block it with high power creatures. And then we, this has high power as well. Then we just give it first strike. It's so good. Gift of Growth, also quite nice. So I'm gonna lead on Plains. I don't have any other 2-drops, so we just play Thornbite Staff, which is... Whew, I just realized it requires mana to activate, but I still think it's worth it. Best turn. I think I want to lead on probably Scion Summoner. We'll see what they do, though. Finding Mummy, sure. Ghost Warden. I don't want them to kill it. Yeah, I'm going to play Scion Summoner, because it's the safest play. I get 2 creatures down. And it gives me more mana next turn if I want to, like, double spell. And I think just trading off... actually, I could just take 2. I have a Ghost Warden. So if I draw a land, I could do something like Ghost Warden. I see. Return a creature card with CMC 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's actually quite good. Okay, draw a forest. So I can do something like Ghost Warden, and I could Gift of Growth. It's a bit obvious if I do that. I think I just want to equip the Thornbite Staff to the Eldrazi. Oh, the equip is 4. Never mind. I thought the activated. Alright, that card, it's getting less good than I thought, but it's still really good. Okay, that gets lifelink. They just have a lot of 2/2s. Pillory of the Sleepless. Can't attack or block. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life. I don't have any way to kill that, I don't think. So that's a bit unfortunate. But just attack there. CMC 2 or less, right? Yeah. I'm going to take 2 more. I think that's okay. Because very soon Ghost Warden's going to do some work. And flanking only works on blockers, right? Whenever a creature without flanking blocks this creature, they get smaller. Okay. So we want to draw white mana. Forest is still okay. Because I get to play... Let's see, I can transform Shrill Howler and then start making Eldrazi tokens. So I think I'm just going to do that, and I can still hold up Gift of Growth and other things. Just pass turn. This deck really not liking giving me the white sources, even though I'm playing an exactly equal number of both. And they don't attack at all. That is perfect. Alright, and I can transform at any time. So I lose a life, that doesn't matter too much. I draw planes, perfect. So what do I want to do here? Because if I attack and transform and they kill my guy, that's not the best. Power less than I can't block it. I think I'm just going to attack, see what happens there. If they have like a team pump, maybe they get me, but I have Gift of Growth with kicker. Okay, so they block. Let's power this up. See if they do anything in response there. And I'm going to play this without kicker because I would like to be able to cast another spell afterwards. It also untaps him. Okay, well, there was no way for me to get around that unless I transformed and then pumped, but they still would have traded. Okay, that was a pretty big blowout. That's unfortunate. But I get to play this protection from black thing. I'm not going to suspend it. I don't have that much time. Yeah, Sandblast, huh? 2/2, okay. Oh, this can activate abilities. Okay, so I can equip the staff to Scion Summoner and go off that way. So let's go ahead and play this. What do I want to do? I guess I play this face down and attack with my Riftmarked Knight. And if they like infinite block this, I can give it first strike and then kill all their like 1/1s and then pump it up, and it's going to be really bad for them. Because they have to double block at least if they want to kill this. And if they just double block, no, they have to triple block. Yeah, they just take the damage. And then on defense, I kind of want my first strike available, so I'm not going to equip my staff. Yeah, that seems fine. Because I'm at 13, like it is relatively low. So if they just alpha swing, I want to be able to do something interesting attack. So we're going to block with the morph on the dog and just pump it and see what happens there. Okay, very interesting. They just did nothing. All right, down to 11. It's low, but not absurdly low. I draw land, which I don't hate because now I get to equip the staff over here. And now my attacks are just much better. Attack with the knight and the morph too, because then I can block with the scion. No, we'll do just the knight this turn. And then we'll hold up morph. And the next turn I can go crazy with a bunch of mana, Thornbite staff them a lot. Okay. Killing that is unfortunate. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to pump the morph. Then I'm going to do 1 damage to Driver of the Dead. So I'm just going to kill this. They get a creature with 2 mana back, but that's okay. It was going to happen anyway. So this gets untapped, then I kill this. This gets untapped. Man, that's insane. All right. So I go down to 9. That card's fine. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to attack with the knight. I am down to 9, which I don't love. So I have enough mana to play the Outrider and give it first strike, which is good. And if I sacrifice the Eldrazi, I can oh, I actually have a lot of options. I can sacrifice the Eldrazi to double untap Scion Summoner and ping them twice in 1 turn. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. So we're going to attack with just the knight. They take 2. Then I play this big guy. Pass turn. That's a lot of mana. I don't like that. What is this? Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, other creatures you control get +1/+1. Then as a swamp, they get +2/+0. Oh, okay, that's bad. And they have not been hitting land drops. And it's a 3/4 flying. Okay. Don't like that. It is other creatures, so that's worth mentioning, I guess. Teamer Sabertooth. Okay. Sabertooth is good. I have a couple options. So Sabertooth lets me rebuy the morph every turn, so I can keep blocking the Ghoul-Draw's Overseer. Alright, let's attack with the Riftmark Knight. We'll start there. Because they're not going to block. I have to threaten their life total at some point. Wait, no I don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3... You know, I think I'm actually not going to attack this turn. I'm just going to play Teamer Sabertooth. And then we can really go off. I have really good blocks. Unfortunately, I don't have enough mana to flip up my morph and then like block. But this only says other creatures. So I think we can do this. And then I can bounce my Scion Summoner so I don't take damage every turn. And it's just a plane. So they're all 3/2s. That's not the end of the world. And I'm just taking flying damage. I think that's acceptable. Because next turn I can kill it. Unless they have more 7-drop? Okay. Alright, well, I'm in trouble. That's an insane top end there. Let's bounce my Scion Summoner, but I guess I want to do damage to something. Then bounce this. So I don't take damage, so I can at least get hit by their flyer. Treetop Ambush. Oh, there's a lot of things going on here. Because they're gonna have a 3-4 attacking me. There's not a whole lot I can do about it. And I'm gonna die in like 2 turns here. And they have a 4-4 flying indestructible that I mean, I have no way to deal with that. So I need to find a way to kill this. Take 4. Is there any way I can kill this and take 4? This does 2. So I need the way to do 2 extra damage. Thornbite Staff, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this might work. So I equip 4 on the... Oh, that is protection from artifacts. That's funny. I guess Riftmarked Knight. No, but I can't flip it up then. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, we're in trouble. Because I need to unmorph this so that I can block, but then I only have 2 mana. So I can only do 3 damage to their 3-4. Also, if they hit any land, I just die immediately. Yeah, I think I'm probably just dead. Unless they make some weird attack. Which I guess we just have to hope happens. Pass turn. Yeah, this card really, really strong in Chaos Draft. So they're just going to attack with both their flyers, I think. In which case I just concede. Right, because I can morph this into a flyer. Give it first strike. And do 1 damage. But that's not enough. Alright, we're just going to concede. So now they know I had flying morph things. It's unfortunate they get to see it, but that's fine. Any way to stop their flyers? Not really. Reality Acid, okay, that kills it. But I think we're just gonna run it back. Alright, let's do this. We're on the play. We just gotta kill them before they get up to 7 mana. Yeah, okay. We have a decent mix of lands and spells. And if we get to attack with Centaur Omen Reader, that'd be really nice. Also, this is good with the staff, right? I can pay 2, tap it to hit something, and then do things. I will say I overvalued the Thornbite Staff. I didn't realize it was so expensive to like equip and stuff, but I still think it's very good. This is also my opponent's first time keeping 7, which I don't like seeing. Patron of the Wild's nice though. Ooh, that's gonna be nice with the Omen Reader. Play this as a 1 mana, 1 mana colorless spell. Boros Mastiff, sure. I draw land. I'm okay playing the Bark Ripper. I could Searing Light the Mastiff, but that doesn't seem super necessary. I could even just trade if I want to. Yeah, you know what? I'll just trade. Actually, I have a 3-3. I'll just take it. They're holding mana up. Well, I'm gonna go land. I think I'm going to attack because I didn't block. So if they want to Sandblast my 2-2, they can. And this gets +2/+2 and gets untapped. Perfect. So now that's dead and I get to play this guy, which is just better. Yeah, that went so much better for me. They use Sandblast on a worthless card. Kind of suggests they have more kill spells. You know what's really funny is how anti-synergistic this adventure is with the Omen Reader, because I want to be able to attack. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, you may tap target creature. Okay. Yeah, I want to be able to attack freely and then like pump it, but this untaps it, so that doesn't work. Okay, they hit me for 3. I can Searing Light with the Exalted trigger on the stack going forward, so I think this should be okay. And we're gonna put a lot of creatures in play next turn. Oh, they chose not to. They're giving me the choice to block. I appreciate it. All right, let's attack for 3. So this costs 3, and then the morph costs 1. That is so much value. Okay, go. Exile target tapped creature. Okay, I got all the value I needed though. Unless they have, wow, what the heck? All right, that was a good series of plays from them. Wow. Turns out I was supposed to kill the Boros Mastiff. Ooh, the Ravenous Lucrocata. So let's attack for 2. And I guess just playing this because it blocks their 3/3 quite well. And it is Vigilance, so, you know, I can attack and block. I know they can tap it down, so I guess it does not block their 3/3 well, but it will next turn. What is this? Whenever it enters, a human gets bigger. It's a 3/4 flyer. I don't have any reach. All right, we're actually in trouble. Yeah, that's bad. I need to draw the land, particularly a plains would be good. Ask and you shall not receive. I'm just going to attack with both because they can tap down my blocker anyway. And if they block, I can pump and kill their thing. Okay, then I get to play Tell Gilead Outlier. And then Searing Light the Mastiff, which they're not going to attack with, so I can't Searing Light it. Right. Okay, that's only 4. And Bushido is just blockers, right? No. So it blocks as a 2/2. Fair enough. Down to 6. I think I can do this. Science Summoner is really good too. So we definitely want to attack with the Lucrocrata Blada. I need to kill them very quickly, so I'm attacking there. This attacking is pretty awkward, but I guess I can morph it if I need, or I can just trade off and attack like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm actually 1 damage short of killing them if I swing out and pump with everything, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This becomes a 1, 1, and then a 4, 4. So 9. No, that is lethal. Okay. Right, this is 4 plus 5 is 9 plus 2. Okay, I'm going to... That gets bigger, that gets bigger. The problem is there's like no way for me to double spell here. I guess I can go Searing Light on the Boros Mastiff. Actually, I think trading is okay. So we're going to Searing Light the Retainer, keeping my 3/1. Opponent has 1 card in hand. Trade off my Morph. Then I play Science Summoner. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have lethal on the swing back with Silver Flame Squire. I need them to not have a blocker or a kill spell. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So right now they don't think I can kill them. They have 2 cards in hand though, which is really not comforting. I think those extra damage that I took off the Boros Mastiff really mattered. Please don't have anything. Okay. Okay, and I draw a land. Swing out. They need to do something, or I need to do something here. I'm going to on alert, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to power this up and untap it rather than monstrous, because it's just hard for them to kill a 4 toughness creature here. 1 card in hand. What is it? No! Oh my god. Oh my god. That sucks. Yep. So if I had pumped the Eldrazi Sign, I could have won. That's rough. Yeah, now they kill me with flying. I mean, I don't even know why that card was in their deck. I don't think they saw. Ah, that's so rough. Good beats, good beats. There's no way I could have known that. No way at all. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Willpower 95. I'm gonna keep this hand. Oh, that was a brutal beating. I guess maybe there was a way I could have known. Because if they had a spell that did like... Yeah, actually, I'm thinking more about it. If they had a spell that did like 1 or 2 damage, they could have killed my 3-power, the 3/1, and I still would not have had lethal. So it, I guess in that case, makes the most sense to pump up my weakest creature because Smite the Monsters is in effect. It's just like, it's something that's in hindsight so obvious how to win, but you know, you can only play around so many cards. It's Chaos Draft, so it's not like Smite the Monstrous is a common in this format. It's like any format ever is what we're playing. So it's, I think it's something I could have played around if I put like a lot of thought into it, but it's probably something that I mean, obviously I didn't play around it there. Opponent scours all possibilities. We're gonna play Ghost Warden because this card's insane. I think the real misplay I made last game was not killing their dog earlier, because I don't know, I figured I was like ahead on the race, but then they just played a giant flyer and I couldn't block it and things were awkward. I think I'm okay attacking here because they're not really gonna block. Getting in an extra point of damage maybe will matter, and if they like flash in a defensive creature, I can like attack Silver Flame Squire to untap it, and then that gives it +2/+2, and then I can activate the ability to give it another like pump, which is pretty cool. But they did not, so we're just gonna play Science Summoner, which they counter? Ugh, okay. Well, now I know about Quench. And we just have a lot of land in hand now, because I drew, I think, land every turn. Rakdos Demon. So they don't have the Spectacle cost, but they do have a 4/2. And I can... Oh my gosh. So let's say I attack. This becomes a 3/3, a 4/4. So I can only do this trick on defense, but I can block, make this a 2-power creature, then Silver Flame Squire to untap, make this into a 4-power creature. Oh gosh, I'm dead. Deep Analysis and Scour all possibilities, and I've drawn only lands the whole game. I hope they attack. My best shot here is them attacking. And even then, it's not amazing. Yeah. Okay, that card is decent. Does have protection from black and flanking. They're about to draw a bunch of cards. I think I need to get this down now. There's no way the late game goes in my favor here. So I just don't think I can wait 3 turns to make an army. Because they're gonna draw 2 more cards, then they're gonna draw an extra card. Yeah. And they have cycling lands too. Their deck looks really sweet. Yeah. Yeah. I think the main thing here is just how many lands I've drawn. Because my deck is generally pretty aggressive and I should have like a force in play, but oh no. Well, at least the Riftmark Knight has protection from their deck so far. Yeah, that might be the death knell. So I can attack and then I can ambush them with Silverflame Squire untaps, I guess, is like my best shot. And just hope that like this somehow dodges literally all of their removal until I win. Because it's too much land. Okay, well, at least I could discard 2 lands there. So that was easy. Actually, you know what? I think the more I think about it, I should be okay against this deck. When it enters the battlefield, it becomes a 5/1 or a 1/5. Ugh, it's gonna be a 1/5. Both are equally bad. Now look at the City's Blessing, that becomes a 5/5. I think I can eat the Dusk Charger though. Yeah, I can cast this kicked. This becomes a 4/4 and then a 5/5. So there's at least that, but now the this thing can just block my 2/2 forever. So it's possible that wasn't even a winning line. But it felt good to like not take 5 damage here. And they don't have an offense. And I have a Kithkin Healer. Okay, actually, we're getting somewhere. Now we just empty my hand, cast this. This has flanking, so if this blocks, it'll block as an 0/4. And I can make this into a 3/3, so there's no point in blocking. I'm not ruling it out. Like if this is just Flashback Scour, that means their hand is not so good right now. Or it means they have like Lightning Bolt. Okay? You know, there's a world in which I win this game. It involves drawing a way to deal with Aquamorph Entity and seeing how they scried. 2 cards on bottom, I like that. I like all of this. And we're getting closer to threshold. And we're still pretty far. Do I have any good attacks at all? No. If I attack with Riftmarked Knight and Silverflame Squire, I guess that could get in for damage. Okay, I'll do that. Because I need to like keep hitting them. Because I need to get their life total low enough that like the staff can damage them or something. Essentially, I'm offering the trade of Squire for Rafter Demon here. And that seems pretty good. So flanking shrinks that. And I can only make this a 3/3. These trade and that's fine. So now I can attack with all of my 2/2s and not have to worry about it. If they have a board wipe, sure. But those are less common in draft, especially Chaos Draft. Alright, opponent does nothing end of turn and then they start tapping mana for Infected Vermin. What? Oh my gosh. 1 damage to each creature and each player for 3 mana? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they can triple activate next turn. That's really bad. Right? They do have a board wipe, I guess. I draw a land. That's really bad. We might as well attack. And I can keep both of these back to save one of them, which is good. So they're at least taking 2, which I like. Interesting. Okay. I guess they're not going to be activating Infected Vermin. They're just going to get Threshold first. Each creature in each player. 3 damage to each creature in each player. And they just need to play 1 card to make that work. So I think I'm just not going to play the Bark Ripper. And I'm going to hold the Forest in hand in case they have discard. And we're just going to see what happens. Because if they wipe my board, this becomes a 4/4. It just seems weird that they bounced it, you know? Enchant creature gets -2/-2. At the beginning of enchanted creature's upkeep, they lose 2 life. So this just dies. Okay, so we're going to prevent next 1 damage that would be dealt here. Now they have Threshold, so they can do 3 to each creature. Or they just have something even scarier. Okay. Alright. Spinning Sliver is a 5 mana 3/3 first strike. I guess my hope here is that they just don't have good win conditions and they deck, because they only have 11 cards in deck. If I deck them out by just having a bunch of lands, I will be very impressed. Alright, I mean, sure. Treetop Ambusher? That works. So I can dash this and pump up the Rift Marked Knight. So they cannot block with Aquamorph Entity. And then if they block it with Aquamorph Entity, I just save it with Ghost Warden, because this card's just going to die anyway. I think there actually is a world where I can win this without even just decking them. Because we want to get the entity dead. Okay, that block went really well for me, unless they've like unsummon. Pump this. So they lose their 1/5, and now I have my pro black, I get this guy back to hand. They can kill my Ghost Vermin, but that's fine. Or Ghost Warden. Oh wow. Okay, they do have a win con, a 5/5 black demon with flying. They concede! Alright. I don't... What? Did they just realize they could not win a game against my deck? But they could have with Tomb. But I guess if they do Tomb, they can't block my Knight, and I actually win the race. That's ridiculous. I never once in a million years thought I was going to win that game, but they conceded the whole match. Okay, see you guys next round, I guess. Alright, we're playing against Levi the Unthinkable 2. Apparently, the first one was taken. This hand is pretty good, actually. I'm going to keep this. This is probably... Oh, no, on the play too. This is probably a situation where we want to suspend Riftmark Knight, and then go from there. I'm kind of a fan of Centaur Omen Reader. At least the one time I got to use it, it was awesome. Even though I still lost that game somehow. Opponent says thank you. But yeah, I mean, I'm keeping a lot of 5-land hands, but this is Chaos Draft. So tempo matters quite a bit too. I don't know. It felt right, because this is 2/2/2 Knights pro black flanking, which is very hard to deal with. Oh, okay, well we just win. Teamer Sabretooth. I mean, this was my first pick, I think, and it's just insane. Oh no, they have Suspend too? Tap all non-white creatures, it's a 3/4. Okay. Man, that's not even cool. That card's so good. Basically, Suspend and Limited is just insane, because you can spend mana early to get a really strong effect later for no mana investment, and like, the early turns are where your mana doesn't matter too much. Although, I guess it's just a 3/4. It's not like they're going to get a huge board state in 4 turns, at least hopefully. So maybe it's not that bad, but they effectively just played a 1-mana 3/4. And they have Absence Priest. Wow, their deck's good. And a bounce land? What is happening? Alright, alright. Ghost Warden. So we're going to play Centaur Omen Raider, because I want to get some cheap creatures next turn. And the beautiful... Wait, this is a snow creature? I just realized that. Anyway, the beautiful part about this is, if they want to stop it from attacking, they have to tap it. So there's no way from them stopping me from getting the ability, unless they play a good blocker. Wow. Okay, that's... It does block, but I don't think they want to trade. Like, I'm okay trading this for that. It seems totally worthwhile, because that card's absurd. I do have a way to kill it now. I still highly doubt that they're going to accept that trade, though, so we're just going to attack. Oh, perfect. So this is going to be a 4-mana Geistcatcher's Rig. And then a 1-mana Ghost Warden. Man, this card... Every time I've used it, it's substantially overperformed. So their thing comes down in 2 turns. And the beautiful, beautiful part about this is I can rebuy this with Teamer Sabretooth. Thundering Ceratok. It's a 4/5 trample, that's good. So they're going to tap down my team, not next turn, but the following turn. So I get a 2/2 Knight. Cast this. Searing Light. Okay. So I can just attack with Geistcatcher's Rig, I guess. Pretty hard for them to do anything too bad there. And I'm just going to run out the Sabretooth. I don't think it's worth waiting until I get another green mana. If they kill it, they kill it. So next turn they get a huge alpha. So like basically, if they spend their turn killing Teamer Sabretooth, they can't play a bunch of creatures to like make Ivory Giant good. Although I guess it taps down their Thundering Ceratok. So there's really no way for them to take advantage of that. Alright. Ferocious. Alright, I mean, yeah, I guess that is the risk. I can pump it up so they can't attack, I guess. But they do get the Ferocious thing. Yeah, I don't know, maybe that was bad. Alright, we moved to combat. They tap my rig, and I don't actually have any good attacks. But their Thundering Ceratok will be tapped down next turn. So we're just gonna play this guy. He gets tapped, but that's fine. I get to keep my my knights. Is this black creature? Oh, that's cool. So it makes a white one and a black one. That's awesome. It's a 3/4 haste, taps white or non-white creatures. What is this? Protection from black and red. As long as 7 cards in your graveyard, it gets +1/+1 and is flying. That's pretty good. I guess it's the it seems similar to that guy in that they're both like kind of expensive. But I think now I can just swing out. It's a lot of land, but it doesn't matter too much. So they're gonna tap down my rig. Oh, they don't. Oh, yeah, they don't. Okay, they have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage. I think we're okay just swinging out here. They really don't have good blocks. Because, this becomes a 2/3. Interesting block there. Yeah, if they block the flanking creatures with this, it becomes a 2/3. And then, I can Searing Light or just pump with Ghost Warden. I don't know why they didn't tap. And it's funny they can't even block my black creature for free because of flanking. So yeah, the no tap with Abyssinian Priest was pretty rough. It feels like they're holding up a pump spell though, given that they saved green. That's a very weird double block. Alright, they must have some type of pump effect. Or like a Divine Arrow, something that does 4 damage to an attacker or blocker. I want to kill Ivory Giant. So we're gonna pump this. Because it doesn't die if this goes through. If Sandblast? And I ordered them wrong. Okay, yeah, so this becomes a 5/6, and their guy becomes a 6/7. I guess I should have ordered that first. That was bad. Because now I just lose my thing. And I could have eaten the 2/1. I guess I might as well kill this now. I figured I was safe because I was going to Searing Light. I didn't anticipate +3/+3. But they still take a good bit of damage. And I'm going to hold Plains in hand so they don't know what's going on. But they're at 7 life. They have 4 cards in hand, but they haven't been playing lands. I don't know what they could have, but at some point they're going to have to draw land. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Perfect. Alright, let's cast this face down so they don't know what's going on. First Strike doesn't really work so well with my attacking force. The most power I can get is 4 and they have a 4/5, but just the flyer will be relevant. Tap that. Okay, sure. But they can't really attack. They have red mana too? What is going on over there? Alright, let's see what happens. No attacks, I like it. Ooh. Okay, that's another flyer. So let's just flip this up. Giving it self first strike. Start attacking in the air. Oh, you know what? I was supposed to move to combat first because now they tapped down my warrior. That's fine though, I don't have 2 flyers. I don't have any enchantments. Neither do they. Yeah, I should have attacked and then morphed this up, and I would have been able to get in for 2 more damage. But this way I at least have my Ghost Warden untapped if they have like a, I don't know, 1 damage effect. And I can hit them for, they have 4 blockers. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attackers. Effectively 6, so I can hit them for, what is this? Does 2 times X. Okay, so it does 4. There's no way for me to stop that from dying. Alright, fair enough. But now they have to use their Abyssinian Priest to keep tapping down my flyer. Kithkin Healer is going to be really nice too. And this thing's going to get big eventually. Interesting. I will pump my flyer. I will attack for 3. What? Literally, what are the odds? Oh my god. Alright, I mean, I guess I should have seen that coming, but no, there's no way. That was brutal. Because I had Kithkin Healer too. Ah, that was so brutal. Alright, I mean, opponent is, beast spells cost less. There's no beasts? No. That was, yeah, I don't know if I could have played around that. I guess I should have seen that they wanted me to attack by tapping down my Ghost Warden. I just figured it was a kill spell on my flyer that would have, like, happened anyway. 5 cards in my graveyard. Don't really have any good attacks. They didn't attack with the Wingbeat Warrior. Sure, I'll save this, I guess. I don't know. Pass turn. I really need my Thornbite Staff. 2 damage at a time. I do have other flyers as well. Science Summoner is alright. I'm getting close to being able to hit them with an Alpha Swing. I guess I want to move to combat first. Make them decide to tap before I show them what I have. Sure. I'm not even going to prevent. I don't think that makes sense. If they had a kill spell, they would just prevent in response to targeting. I'm getting very close to being able to just kill them with attackers though, because if they attack here, they only have 4 blockers. I have 1, 2, okay, they have something that's big. Oh, okay. That's still not that scary because if they're using that, they're not, it's really good on defense, but if they're using that like on offense, then I can just swing back for lethal. Right now they have 5 blockers and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 attackers, so I can hit them for at the very least 4, because they would leave Ghost Warden, Eldrazi Sign, and a 2/2 unblocked. Oh, that's good. So we played that. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna play the land too because I can transform it at instant speed if I need to. Play this. Move to combat. So now I can hit them for. Let me think about this. They tap that down. Still not going to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4. They can't. They let 3 go through. Those 3 are Ghost Warden, Eldrazi Sign, and Summoner. They go to 3 life. I think I'm better off waiting a little bit longer. Any combat trick I draw, it just makes like a lethal or a swing out just so much more lethal. And this costs 6 and I only have 5 mana available. Sagu Archer, that is good. So now they're not even attacking, and I can cast this face down, so they don't know that I have a blocker for their flyer. They tap that, we protect this. And then next turn I think I just have lethal. And does this flip back? No. Okay. 2, 3 flyer, sure. So I'm hoping they attack with Wingbeat Warrior and I just get to eat it. They don't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm just gonna, because they've had 1 card in hand this whole time. I think I'm just gonna wait. There's so many cards I can draw that would be so good here, like a forest. So this, I guess they could just block with Rootkin Ally. So now let's say I swing, let's move to combat and see what they do. This is 2 power as well. I see. Tapping that makes sense. So let's say I swing out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, we're in the same spot, so we wait. Fountain of Igor, sure. Or Ecor, I guess. Did they know? How did they know that my morph... Alright, I'm gonna target myself. I only take 1 here. How did they know my morph had reach? That's insane. I guess it's the safest thing to block. Or tap down. Transform this. There we go. Now I think I can just swing out. It's like very lethal. Tap my morph, that's fine. I think we just swing out. Do they have 16 power on the backswing? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So if they have a fog, I die? I don't think they have a fog. We're just gonna swing out. They get a dino. And I'm just gonna pump the unblocked creatures here. Most likely. I hope I did this right. Maybe I did the math wrong because of the Fountain of Ecor. No, that's exactly lethal. Okay, the math is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So flanking happens. Flanking happens. I do this, go for lethal, this. How much mana would I have? 6, 7, 8, 9? So I can only target 3 total. Okay. I need another green. And that is lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. Okay, got there. That was probably a bit more risky than I needed to be, but it just... Sometimes you just get the feeling opponent doesn't have anything, and that's exactly how I felt there. Yeah, I think we're fine just running it back. Alright, game 2. This hand on the draw, yeah, I can buy it. Thornbite Staff is going to be pretty good. Geistcatcher's Rig I know is good against them. And then Shrill Howler against some of their draws, you know, it's just going to get in for a ton of damage. So we need to draw land, but we're running, I guess, the average land count. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to play Patron of the Wild as a 1 mana 1/1. That feels like a waste. Ugh, the bounce land. Honestly, having bounce land in your opening hand is just like cheating. And OP has had it both games. Yeah, I'm still just going to wait to play Patron. There's no rush. We're just going to get down a Shrill Howler. Start hitting for 3. 2, 3. Okay, well that's going to die to Geistcatcher's Rig, I guess. Land? Really want lands. Colony Garden? With bounce lands? That's a lot of value. Fountain of Ecor. Man, their start's really good. But they're gonna take some damage. They can hit me with the fountain. I don't like this. I want to hit a land here for my 2/4. Okay, perfect. Now I can play that. Hold up Kicker for Gift of Growth if for whatever reason I need that. Play my 2/4. Doesn't have reach, but it looks like it would. What do they have that costs 6? Okay, it's just a 4/4. That's actually not too bad. I mean, it's really good, but it's beatable. Get in there with a Shrilled Howler and the whatever that card is. This telegraphs a pump spell, but I don't mind. All right, cast with Kicker here. So we just get to eat the Gnarled Pack. And I get to play the Centaur, which will set up for a Geist Catcher's Rig, even if I don't hit lands. Centaur's been fantastic every single time. And opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're 1 mana away from just tapping all my creatures every turn. I don't like that. But I have the Centaur, so I can stop that by Geist Catcher's Rigging them. Okay, I'm still just going to attack. If they want to block with the Fountain, I don't hate it. Yeah, we're gonna play the Centaur because I just need to get more mana. And okay, so now they have 8 mana, so they can move to combat, tap my team down every turn, but I'm gonna kill their thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and I draw planes. All right, let's go planes. Move to combat. They can tap my stuff. Then this guy is tapped, which is beautiful. Man, this card significantly overperformed. So now I get to go with Geist Catcher's Rig to kill their 2/1. Use the ability, yes. And then I can play a 1 mana Scion Summoner. Seems good to me. Elspeth. Uh-oh. Well, interesting. Didn't expect them to uptick there. Destroy all other permanents except for lands and tokens, I guess is what they're going for. Seems unlikely to work. Okay. They can't even activate the Fountain. We attack Elspeth with that one and these 2. And then I attack them with these. Right? They only have 3 mana available. They would have to have a fog effect to get out of this. Are they dead? They can block here. They take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think I'm better off just killing Elspeth. 3. Yeah. This is when it deals damage to a player, not a planeswalker. I hate that distinction. Okay, so they are preserving Elspeth, who's going to 1. Okay, that's so unfortunate. All right, they have an Elspeth who immediately kills everything. All right, go ahead. It's possible they could mess up and make tokens. Moment's Peace. So they actually did have fog in their deck. And now we got to find a way to beat Elspeth, who is... I guess they don't even have to ultimate Elspeth because they can just Moment's Peace again and gain more life. Okay, float mana, sure. And they play something scary. It is a 2/3 flying, okay. And they still have Elspeth in play too. Guardian of the Gateless, now we're talking. That goes in. She makes 3 1/1s, but I have the Thornbite Staff which can just ping them all down if I can draw land. I think this is still beatable. I need to draw land though. Although I can just go Thornbite Staff plus the Bark Ripper. Oh no, do they have the burn spell on Guardian? Oh no. Please don't. I think I just lose if that happens. This looks like an X spell. Yeah, man, their deck has some good draws. That is for sure. So now I'm taking 2 from the flyer. Now I'm in a big bit of trouble because the Guardian, they didn't. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Let's attack Elspeth. There might be hope yet. That worked so well. We kill this. They lose their flyer. Now they do get a 1/1. Oh, right, they have Moment's Peace. Well, oh, this is so frustrating. How do I do this? I guess I play Ghost Warden. The Perveros's Intervention plus Elspeth is really rough because now they make tokens and they attack me for 1 in the or 2 in the air. Oh gosh. All right, I need to do staff things now. I need to draw land really badly here. Okay, we did. So now I get to go Forest, Staff, equip Staff here. It's still not enough. I'm just dead. I don't think I could have afforded to equip the Staff. But I need to like machine gun down their creatures. Maybe it's not too late actually. No, it's too late. They saw the line. Because I take 4, I go to 1. I block here and here. And I pump this. Sure. And now I just revealed Thornbite Staff. I guess I get to see. Okay. Oh man. Kithkin Healer would have done it a couple turns ago, but I just take damage in the air and die. So moving on to game 3. They have Elspeth. This feels like a matchup where I would want Ocular Halo, but I think I also just want to kill them before any of that matters. Like, I think my deck is relatively aggressive and good, and I just need to find a draw that works. Alright, we're gonna go first. Nope, can't keep this. I'm on the play. I don't think I... Oh, I thought that was a land, actually. I can't keep this. I can't keep this, no way. Going to 5. Okay, I'll keep this. Centaur Omen Reader's got to do some work. So we're going to get rid of Patron of the Wild. And I guess Searing Light. I want to just have proactive plays. And then I just need to draw 2 lands in a row. This is unfortunate after how many lands I drew in the previous rounds. But it is what it is. Elspeth plus... Ugh. Just Elspeth, really. Okay, there's a land. Okay, now we're 1 land away from having a pretty good curve. They have Colony Garden, sure. There's Guardian. Okay, I need 1 more land, and then I can go Centaur Omen Reader into Guardian or Geistcatcher's Rig. Ghost Warden. Okay, I mean, that's fine. I'm going to... They have the +3/+3 pump. I don't really want to run into that, so I'm going to Ghost Warden. Fountain of Ichor, yeah. I mean, if they just have a quick Elspeth, I'm in trouble. But... Land. Oh! Alright, well, at least I have Gift of Growth. It gives me a free attack here. And the hope here is they just attack with Fountain of Ichor. Please don't be Elspeth. Ah! That card is so unbeatable and limited. Oh my gosh. Yep. I need a land like yesterday. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can win this now. I mean, maybe there is. I can attack Elspeth with my Kithkin Healer. Actually, maybe Elspeth is potentially beatable. Yeah, they just block there, then they gain a bunch of life. I get to play Scion Summoner. I have quite a few attackers. Elspeth goes up to 4. They have Fountain of Ichor back as a blocker though. I needed a land a couple turns ago, I think. Yeah. I mean, I can get through that, but then they're gonna make more tokens. It's just, Planeswalkers were not meant for limited. I think they were just not meant for anything, but particularly limited. So I can swing at Elspeth with Scion Summoner, Eldrazi Scion, and Kithkin Healer. I have Gift of Growth with Kicker, so if they block the Eldrazi Scion with Thundering Ceratok, I can make it into a 5/5. So this seems reasonable, actually. Oh, wow. Okay, so they could have the +3/+3 pump, and that would give this 8 toughness, and this is going to go up to 6 power. So if they have that, so be it. But right now I can make this into a 6/6, which will kill both. And then I can prevent a damage that will be dealt to the Eldrazi Scion here, and then pump this one up. Do they have the pump? Okay, we might actually beat an Elspeth. They make tokens, but now they're in chump block mode every turn. I killed their biggest creature that I've seen so far. What even is this? Choose a non-land card name, spells with the chosen name can't be cast, inactivated abilities, and it's a 3/3 flyer? Oh, did they name Geistcatcher's Rig? Oh, okay, I need a land. That's a weird name, but I guess it's pretty... Go! Oh my gosh, alright. Now that a thing makes sense, I need a land. Okay, I think it's worth sacrificing my Eldrazi to just kill their thing with Geistcatcher's Rig, because it also puts a 4/5 in play. Use ability, yes. And then I can attack Elspeth with Scion Summoner, and they would have to lose all their soldiers if they want to kill it. I don't want to trade away my Kithkin Healer. Because they have to triple block if they want to kill it. So this just seems free. And now if they uptick Elspeth, they don't have good things. Next turn I can play Guardian. I might beat an Elspeth that resolved many turns ago. But we'll see. I mean, it's still a huge uphill battle. Plains, okay. So we go Plains. I lost my creature that pumps, which makes things awkward. Can attack Elspeth here. They can trade for my Geistcatcher's Rig, but that would mean losing a lot of things, or just one. Play this. So, trying to think of things that beat me. If their last card is Fog, I lose. Well, I don't yeah, I lose. If their last card is... God, they upticked. Their last card must be Fog. That's so frustrating. Attack Elspeth. Attack Elspeth. I guess it doesn't have to be Fog. They downtick, they go down to just a soldier, but they keep Elspeth. I kind of want to attack with the Scion Summoner as well. It effectively dies, but I need their Elspeth gone. Because they upticked. That tells me they have something. Okay. Yeah, maybe they do that, then they Fog. God, they had Savage Surge. Holy cow. 4/5. I can't even stop that. They didn't have the Fog. I just threw away a creature. Okay, well, in that case... Weird uptick. Okay. I don't get what's happening here. I'm gonna be honest. Prevent damage. I mean, they're just committing to Elspeth blowing the world, but okay. No follow-up? Unless they drew Moment's Peace, that seems really bad. Maybe they drew Moment's Peace. But I'm gonna start F6ing. I only have a minute left. Okay, that's gonna be big. I'm gonna play this pre-combat just to save time. It's also a 4/4, which is huge. Attack Elspeth. Do they have Moment's Peace too? No. Okay, I think I'm gonna beat an Elspeth that resolved on turn 5 and stayed in play for 7 turns. I have a minute to kill them. I might lose on time. I've been commentating too much. Alright, I'm not playing around a kill spell or anything. They drew a land. Kill Elspeth, attack them for 2. F6. Okay, Elspeth down. F6. They didn't even play their garden. Okay, now they do. The priest? Really? Ooh, Thornbite Staff. Okay. Equip here. Attack. Okay. F6. Sure, F6. Move to combat. Attack. With both. Do this. Just one. Ping them. Pass turn. I could have targeted both, I probably should have, but I figured they would just tap down my guy. I'm gonna F6. I take 2, sure. Move to combat. They tapped that one, okay. Hit them for 4. Weird block, but okay. Or weird tap. They have a 2/3 Afterlife. That's a lot of blockers, I don't like that at all. So me not pumping him would have mattered. I don't think I would have time to win this. Move to combat. 4/4. No. I definitely have this game locked up, but I'm going to lose on time, I think. I don't even know. Oh. That's going to target something. Alright, target that. Untap. Target them. F6. 23 seconds. I can just attack now. Attack here. I'm just going to ping them to death. Do one to the face. Always yield to that. Always yield to that. Ping. I'm so close! F6 through their turn. I'm gonna lose the time because I was complaining about Elspeth. I had this game won. I mean, that's pretty reasonable. It's hard to commentate and play long grinding games like this. I had the moral victory against Elspeth though. There's no way they could have come back from this situation. But I lost on time. That's so brutal. That would have been a good story. I don't know. I don't know how much I could have accelerated my playtime. I mean, my opponent wasn't recording and commentating and they only had 38 seconds left. That's rough. I had it so locked up. All right, well, that was still fun. The deck was really cool. And the games, I mean, effectively, I beat an Elspeth that was on the battlefield for like 8 turns. I just, I timed out, which is not, it happens. Thank you guys for watching. I want to be doing quite a few chaos drafts. I really enjoy this format. Like, you don't get games like this in many other formats. Like, opponent plays some crazy Elspeth, you have an and you're at Bark Ripper with a Thornbite staff attached to it and like a Teamer Sabertooth. So these games are why Chaos Draft is so good, and I'm gonna keep playing it. So hope you enjoy.